And President Bola Tinubu has suspended the newly introduced green tax through excise tax on single-use plastics, including plastic containers and bottles. The president also signed an executive order suspending the 5% excise tax on telecommunication services, as well as the excise duties escalation on locally manufactured products. The special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy, who made this known at a press briefing, said the president issued the orders to improve the negative impacts of the tax adjustment on businesses and chokehold on households across affected sectors. This next report has more details. In fulfillment of his promise to address business-unfriendly fiscal policy measures and multiplicity of taxes, President Bola Tinubu has suspended a 5% excise tax on telecommunication services, as well as the excise duties escalation on locally manufactured products, as done by former President Muhammadu Buhari. This is part of 4 executive orders President Tinubu signed into law to curb arbitrary taxation policy in the country.
And you all recall that prior to the advent of this government, certain tax changes were introduced in the dying days of the last administration via the Customs Excise Tariff Variation Amendment Order 2023, referred to as the order, published on the 8th of May, year 2023, and the Finance Act 2023, which was signed into law on the 28th of May. That was a day before the inauguration of the new government. Among others, the order introduced new excise duties on single-use plastics, that's SUPs, higher excise duties on some locally manufactured products, including alcoholic beverages and tobacco products, and green tax by way of import tax adjustment on certain categories of imported vehicles.
This move by the president follows recent backlash over the impact some of the administration's economic policies were having on citizens.
There's a consumer protection agency, and as we effect this suspension, we believe that any cost that has been passed over to the consumers will also be suspended, and this will be enforced through the consumer protection agencies of the government. We do know that ultimately, as all my colleagues have said, the ultimate gain is to alleviate the plight of Nigerians, and we will ensure that this is done through the appropriate agencies of government.
The president and this administration is very sensitive to the plight of the Nigerians, and like he's already promised, we will ensure that the suffering is reduced and also ensure that businesses operate in a more friendly environment where we manage taxes in a way that it is also very business friendly. In addition to, of course, we are here looking for increased revenue, but it should not be at the expense of the average Nigerians.
Speaking at this briefing on whether the president's action would affect the petroleum tax and if new taxes would be introduced, the special advisor on revenue, Zach Adedeji, said the intent of the president was to lighten tax burdens, harmonize and manage already existing taxes in the best interest of Nigerians.
We have a robust plan to improve our collection management, the compliance management, because that is what is needed. So we are not going to impose new taxes. It's the one that we have that we improve the collection, the management, and the efficient use of those resources. And that is the pledge and the promise of Mr. President, which we are here to make sure it comes to reality.
The federal government has said it will continue to engage with stakeholders and implement policies that are business-friendly and promote sustainable economic growth. Mary Kanu, TV360, Nigeria.